practice stress reduction techniques. I've given you a few examples of what it's like. Prioritize self-care. Self-care and self-love. I don't know, again, it's another thing trending on social media. You'll even see all these influencers posting about self-love, self-care. Self-love, self-care is important. But do we understand what it's about? Do we understand what is self-love? What is self-care? Because to practice self-love, to practice self-care, you need to love yourself, right? You need to have knowledge of self, and you need to love yourself. How many of us love ourselves? How many of us understand what it is? We've got a lovely gentleman here in front. I love your hat. He's all about self-love and self-care. How many of us are intentional about self-love and self-care? So even if you go onto Google now, Google will give you like a whole list of things you can do for self-love and self-care, right? It's fine to do all of those, but what I want us to focus on is being intentional about loving yourself, understanding what it's like to love yourself, understand how important it is to not have negative talks. You know, it's easy to be caught up in ugliness, in jealousy, in what people say. If you look at social media now, post something about a celebrity, something negative, best believe you're going to have thousands and thousands of comments enabling that negative news and negative media. But just post something positive about maybe she's doing something in the communities, you know. She's taking 10 young women out of disadvantaged communities and she's sending them to schools in, let's say, Canada. How many comments are you going to get? So do you understand how corrupt our minds are as humans? I see a lot of smiles and a lot of nodding and grinnings because you guys understand what I'm talking about, right? And even me, I'm guilty of it. I definitely won't go comment on a celebrity's negative post, that's for sure. But sometimes I just read through it and I'm just like, who even has the time to go and comment on somebody's wig that is sitting skew on their head? Like, who does that? But yet we thrive on it. We think, look at this comment. She said this about that one. We need to refrain from that. As sisters, as brothers, as human beings, we need to stop that. We need to stop being destructive in our ways. We need to stop being destructive in our thinking, in our doings. Because it's all up here and in here. Your brain, your mind, and your heart, right? It's all channeled together. So we need to channel good energy. We need to channel healthy decisions, healthy choices, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, holistically, instead of channeling negative coping mechanisms, negative things, negative ways, because we think that it's easy, right? It's easy, and some of us even find joy in it. But the people that find joy in it, they're also going through their own struggles. They're going through their own trauma and their own hurt. So there's always a reason why people behave the way they do. Yeah? Sorry, I don't want to get carried away. So, practice time management, engage in relaxing activities, maintain perspective, like understand where you are in life, understand who you are, understand what your goals are, understand what your vision is, understand what your values are. What do you value in life? Because I think that's also important to walk the walk and talk the talk. Many of us don't even understand who we are. No knowledge of self. We don't understand where do we need to be in life, where are we going. Many of us are just sort of idling and going on from one destination to another. But how many of us know where we need to be or where we need to get at? Yeah? Stay connected. Stay connected, like, I know this is difficult, right? But for me, I always try to surround myself with positive people. And you know what? Even if that means I have 2 people on my list or 5 people on my list, I'm at a point and stage in my life now where I'm actually okay with that. I'm okay to just have a best friend that I know I can trust, that I know this is my safe space. I can speak to her when I'm maybe going through something really difficult, or when I'm going through something traumatizing, or when something is really hurtful. But so many of us sometimes feel that the more people we know, the bigger the circle, the bigger the status, we're going to live the life. It's not like that, and you learn that as you grow older. I also had to learn the hard way. And I think that's the most amazing thing. Everybody's journey is different, but we can learn from each other, right? You learn from me, I can learn from you. And that for me is always something, right? We can teach each other. So make sure you have one safe space, one safe person you can trust, you can confide in, you can rely on. I think that changes a lot of things as well. And then seek professional help. I understand that sometimes the resources, like especially in Nigeria, it's not always accessible to many of us, majority actually, and that makes me very sad. I do know that, yeah, you can't necessarily just walk into a psychologist or a psychiatrist or a therapist or a wellness doctor, or whatever they call it. They have all sorts of fancy terminology these days. But I think if you can, what works for me as well most times is, sometimes when I'm feeling down and I just watch like an inspiring video on Instagram, like where someone's like literally just being raw and kicking facts, it already changes my mood like instantly. So I understand sometimes you don't necessarily need to go to a therapist or a doctor or whatever. If you can, by all means, if it gets to that extent where you need that type of help, please, you need to do it. But what I'm trying to say is, find ways that you can also lift yourself up, lift your spirit up, lift your mind up in a positive way. It's easy to be negative all the time, especially if you're surrounded by negativity. But you need to sometimes just remove yourself from that space and just become present in the moment, become present in yourself and who you are, and just try to find a way out of that dark hole. Yeah? Sorry, I have no idea what time is like, so can somebody indicate? 15 minutes, wow. Okay, let's go, guys. So, breathing exercises and benefits of it. Remember, we did it in our opening. Stress reduction, improved mental clarity, better sleep, enhanced immune function, reduced anxiety, increased energy, improved respiratory health, lower blood pressure, pain management, and better emotional regulation. So remember what I said to you, if you guys dedicate 5 minutes of your day, each and every day, every morning when you wake up, if you have to set your alarm for 7 o'clock to go to work, set it for 10 to 7. 10 to 7 to 5 to 7, you do your 5-minute breathing exercises, okay? Set your alarm to do it. Because once you're intentional about it, and once you get into the habit of it, it's the same like getting into the habit of brushing your teeth, or taking a shower, or washing your hair. Once you know you need to do it, you'll just end up doing it, and it will become part of your lifestyle, yeah? Healing the body naturally. Exercise and physical activity. So we've been through this, right? Exercise, like I said, is very, very beneficial. And it's something free. You don't need to pay for exercise. You don't need to pay to go jog or to go walk or go. So if you can try just one activity, like I said in the beginning, that would be good. Because the thing is, we also got to find ways. You know, back in the days, like ancient people, they never had all these fancy things that we now have access to. Gosh, they didn't even have smartphones or Wi-Fi. So where did they get all the information from? They used natural things, right? Natural remedies. So that's something that I'm also big on. Like I like doing, natural juices, fruit juices, lots of vegetables, drinking infused waters, lots of things that don't necessarily cost money. So, my topic that I want to speak about wholeheartedly. Even though mental health can be uncomfortable to talk about, that does not mean it should be ignored. How many of you have heard the word mental awareness or mental health? Yeah, there's a few hands going up, right? Something that the pandemic taught us. Mental health. People were stuck. The world literally came to a standstill and people were like, what do we do now? What do we do with ourselves, right? They had so much time that they people literally using their brains, understanding how they feel, understanding what they're going through, what the world is going through. So I know there's this stigma about mental health or mental health awareness, or we don't talk about depression, or we don't talk about suicide, we don't talk about this. We need to start talking about it because there's a lot of people going through it. There's a lot of people that don't even know they're going through it, and the next thing you know, you read of a young girl committing suicide because of the depression that she was struggling with, or because she had mental health issues and she had nobody to talk to or nobody that would understand her. So I needed to normalize it and, like I said, become comfortable with speaking about it, and not just, we as Africans, we don't talk about mental health. We're okay, we're cool, we're strong, yeah? Mental health awareness, there's just a short little video, again, I want to play, just before we wrap it up. Sorry guys, I'm actually rushing into this now.
Got 60 seconds? Take a mental health minute. Got 60 seconds? Take a mental health minute to learn about depression disorders. They cause symptoms that affect how you feel, how you think, and how you handle daily life. Depression should be treated by health professionals. Don't try to handle it alone or treat it with alcohol or illegal drugs. Treatments include psychotherapy or talk therapy, medication, and sometimes brain stimulation therapy. These treatments may also be used in combination with one another. If you think you might have depression, talk to a trusted friend, family member, or healthcare provider. The earlier treatment begins, the more effective it is. Learn more about depression through the NIMH website and take 60 seconds to share this mental health minute to help someone else.
If there's any of you that maybe want to grab my number afterwards, or any one of you that want more information or know of somebody suffering from mental health, or suffering from depression, anxiety, bipolar, whatever. I mean, sometimes you don't even know the terminology, right? Or the big words. Please, you can reach out to me as well. But I'm just going to wrap it up. The last few pages, I'm going to go through really quickly. Sorry, I'm sweating like it's so hot up here. Becoming comfortable with having uncomfortable conversations. People that know me really well, I always use this phrase. Sometimes people look at me like, she's crazy, she's not normal. But why I feel passionate about this specific topic is, like I said to you, remember, like, our parents are very old school. My dad is very old school. My mom's a little bit more open-minded and liberated. But my dad, I mean, that old man, like, he's trouble. So sometimes having uncomfortable conversations with him about his childhood, or just about his feelings and emotions, like, sometimes he's awkward about it. And I'm trying to, even now, I went home a month ago, I'm trying to make him, even sometimes I send him WhatsApps, or I send him videos, or I'm just like, Dad, it's okay to feel this way. It's okay to say that you're not okay to do this. So many of us, we're uncomfortable. We're uncomfortable to have uncomfortable conversations. But what I'm saying is we need to be more comfortable. We need to be more transparent with each other. And this is something I'm trying to work with my team as well. When Jade does something wrong, or when she says something wrong that hurts my feelings and emotions, I need to be able to go to Jade and say, Jade, you know what? What you said right now was not nice, and it really hurts me. So sometimes we brush it off, or we go to the next person and say, can you believe Jade just said that about me? She's so, like, what's wrong with her? She's so stupid, she's so annoying, and then next thing you know, they start cursing Jade, right? So in many generations, like before us, I know like there's some secrets that come out of my family, especially my dad's side of the family. People has died already and these secrets come out, or children that nobody knew of come out, and we're just like, how, where? So that is part of, that's just a simple example of having uncomfortable conversations, you know. And how we need to normalize it. We need to be more, stop being superficial, be more transparent, yeah? So I'm not going to go through the different things, but if any of you want me to email you this, I can do it. I don't mind at all. What affects trauma and generational trauma has on the body? Have any of you ever watched one of those war movies of these American soldiers going to Iraq or to Iran? I know some of them are even based on real life, true stories, based on true stories. So you'll find that many of these soldiers that are exposed to the war zones out in the Middle East, they come back to America and they can't cope. They have what they refer to as PTSD. I don't know if any of you have ever heard of that. Post-traumatic stress disorder. It's the same like somebody that, maybe a young woman that was raped in a village, or a young man that was sexually abused, or a girl being emotionally abused by a father. Remember, abuse is not always physical. It can also be emotional, psychological abuse. And that is also traumatizing. That affects you big time. So just think about it. A young woman or a young man is brought up in an abusive household, right? Where mom hits dad or dad hits mom. Or dad is just this destructive human being that's ugly. The chances of that young man coming out of that house practicing that is very high, right? Some people are shaking their heads. Some people are like, oh, you are speaking something here. So it's important that we break that generational trauma. If you know your dad hit your mom, and you know that was not right, as a young boy, you know it was wrong and there was nothing you could do at that time because that was your father and you taught as a young man to respect your father, right? Now you're a young man, you know more, you can apply better and do better, right? You can say, you know what, yes, this was my circumstances, but I want to break that. If you need to go to therapy, if you need to talk to whoever you need to talk to, that is what you need to do. Otherwise, you manifest that inside of your body and you become that human that you were brought up in front of. Do you understand? That's just a quick, simple example. I can mention 100 others, but I don't have the time. So it's important that we deal with our trauma, the hurt, the disappointments, the brokenness, failed marriages, failed relationships, men cheating on women, women cheating on men finding out that the girl had another baby by another man. That's all trauma, right? That's all hurt. We need to deal with it. We need to speak about it. We need to get it out of our systems, yeah? Again, all the little pointers. I spoke about self-love and self-care. So this is, again, just a little guideline, again, that you can use. If you want, you can snap a picture of it. How do we become intentional about self-love and self-care? Identify your needs, set goals, prioritize self-care, practice mindfulness. Many of us are not conscious. We hear, but we're not here mentally. So you need to be conscious about your surroundings. You need to be consciously involved and consciously present in who you are as a human, in what you want to achieve, in what you want to be, yeah? Practice mindfulness and then establish boundaries, something I also struggle with. I'm a people's pleaser. I like to always say yes, yes, no problem, yes, yes. And some people even take advantage of me because they know that's a good side of me. Jade, she will say yes, she won't say no, she won't say no. Sometimes it's okay to say no, even to your mom or your dad or your brother. Sometimes if my brother borrows money from me, I feel bad because he needs the money and I have the money, but I also just want to teach him lessons. And so sometimes I'll say no, but then I'll feel so bad. But you shouldn't feel bad, yeah? It's okay to sometimes say no, especially if you maybe want to use the money for studies or if you want to use the money for whatever, yeah? Again, just a few guidelines. I don't know, I see some people snapping with their mobile phones. You can snap it as well. Can I go on? And then just a simple little thing. I know a lot of people's not into it. I have 5 more minutes, guys, 5 more minutes. So what you can do is, afterwards I can stand there. I brought some lovely oils with that some of you can try, and some of you can apply to your body, just something to help you relax. If you've never experienced a spa experience as well, that also helps relax the mind, body, and soul. I know a lot of spas are doing some strange, dodgy things, but if you come to our spa, we promise and guarantee you an amazing wellness experience. So, there's amazing home care oils you can do with simple things like grapeseed oil. Coconut oil, shea butter is my favorite thing. That is the only thing I use for my skin right now. And it's so cheap in this country. So natural things and natural remedies you can help to heal your mind, body, and soul. Healthy diets and gut health. Remember I said how there's the saying that goes, I have this gut feeling, he's lying to me. I have this gut feeling he's cheating on me. I have this gut feeling, whatever. Everything comes from here. Remember, if you're in your mother's womb, the umbilical cord is linked here. So even while your mom's pregnant with you, everything she puts into her body, it comes to you as well, yeah? So we got to be careful about what we put inside our bodies, and maintaining a good gut health, because it changes the dynamics completely. I'm not even exaggerating. I went on a juicing diet for like a week. I cannot tell you how beneficial it was for me. And when I say juicing, simple things like carrot juice, ugu leaves, lemon, apple, simple things like that, just to detox once in a while. Again, if you need any tips on those type of things, you can just reach out to me. And the importance of gut health, the importance of taking care of your colon, taking care of your systems, because it's all linked, yeah? Mindfulness and meditation practices. Remember, I said we got to be intentional, we got to be present, we got to be conscious, we got to understand who are we, what are we doing in this world, what is our point on earth, yeah? And do it in healthy ways. I think that's the end. Thank you very much for joining my masterclass, guys. I see there's a few hands that has gone up. Do we have like 2 minutes for questions? 1 minute? Okay, we've got a hand up here. Yeah. I hope I've got a lot of hands going up. If we don't have time, don't worry, guys. I'll be here. You guys can come and talk to me. Okay, one person only. Okay. Yes, go for it.
Oh, thank you very much, Providus Bank. I'm really grateful for all this, what you've invested to put this up. Thank you, Ms. Jade. So I was going to ask, your slide was very, very fast. And we're going to need to digest all that we got from the slide. And we're going to request, just like you said, to have it in our mail. So my question is, how can you help us? At least you know the kind of country we're in.
Yeah.
So how can you help? Your class has been very helpful. So how can you help us further for the mental health? Because we have a lot of young people here. Mm-hmm. So how can you help? And sorry, you were talking about the therapy before your time got elapsed. Mm-hmm. So how can you help us further?
So, guys, I would love, I'm very passionate.
Especially the yoga aspect of it.
Yes, absolutely. Please. I will leave my email address. I won't be able to, sorry, I didn't give it to the technical team. But you can take down my email address. I will also give you my card. By all means, you can reach out to me and I'll send you all the information you need. I'm hoping to host more of these type of workshops or seminars, especially for young people. I'm based out in the mainland in GRA, though. I'm not the side, but I am hoping to host more of these. So I will share my contact details, and then by all means, if I have more of these, I can always inform you guys. Yeah? Sorry, I only have time for one question, but you can meet me afterwards, and I can help you guys, yeah? Thank you so much. You all have been absolutely amazing, and please focus on your wellness, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. Become healthy human beings out there, yeah? Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Jade Philips. Thank you very much, Jade, for coming to the Hive. It's been an informative experience with you. I think some people were hoping for a quick demo on quick exercises that could help. Is that something you're willing to spend a minute or two to do?
Yes, it is, but do I have time? Yes.
I'm sure we could make a few minutes available for that,
So here on the screen.
that would be just
Yeah.
just
Sorry guys, I'm told that I need to take a picture. And
yes, we're going to
it's-
invite Mr. Dafe from the Providus Bank to come and take a quick picture. Mr. Dafe, can you give him a round of applause if you love what Providus Bank is doing?
Sorry, I'm so hot and sweaty.
Good to see you. Well done. Thank you.
Where should we stand? Here in the center?
Can we have the photographers? After this picture, I think Jade would have a chance to choose someone from the audience to use as a using a demonstration. I wonder if anyone would be interested in getting what seems to be a free massage today. Nobody? We can see some, okay, there we can see one hand up, we can see two hands up, okay. So Miss Jade, would you be able to show us some quick exercises that could just help us kick off the day or at the end of the day?
Okay, so we'll do like mini yoga exercises, like just that will incorporate breathing as well. Or do you want like something strenuous?
I think we want something strenuous.
Something strenuous?
Yes, would
Okay.
you be able to invite someone up stage if we wanted?
Yeah, sure. I can get 2 or 3 volunteers.
Okay, your pick.
Yeah. She's coming. Yeah, I've got one more, and we need another one. 3rd person.
Okay, you want 3 persons? We've got 2 people. Okay, and one more?
4. We've got 4 now, right?
No, those are the ushers.
Oh.
So you just
Do you
go
want to go
towards the-
around? So what I always like to do before I do my exercises is just do my oils, right? I know some of you or many of you have heard of like aromatherapy oils or essential oils. So I'm even going to ask the guests to do that, and then they can also just give their feedback. Hi, welcome guys. Come up, come up, come up.
Put your hands together for our
Yay.
very brave guests.
Yes, give me a hug. What's your name? Mary, nice to meet you. Your name? Chinasa. Nice to meet you. Your name? Henry. Okay, it's not difficult names. Struggle to pronounce the names sometimes. Okay, so we've got a breathe ease oil. I'm sure all of you have heard of peppermint eucalyptus. Yes? Okay, perfect. So I'm going to ask the guests, you will just put one pump. You'll rub it against your hand like this. You'll just inhale it like this. Just do this. Yes. Yes. Are you, Henry, are you smelling it? Is it affecting you? Hey? Can you smell? Okay, now do it with your eyes closed. Do that same motion with your eyes closed. Okay, so now really, like be honest with me. How do you feel like this first 3 seconds? You feel good? You feel relaxed? How about you? She feels calm, everyone. Can you imagine? Henry, how are you feeling, my friend? Warm. Aww. So, I won't be able to do strenuous exercises because I need like weights and stuff. But we're going to try and do some stretching, which is also very important, like especially if you wake up in the morning. You know how we just wake up and go? No, we shouldn't do that. We should wake the body up, right? So we're going to do some stretching. I don't know if you guys want to maybe stand up and do it with us. Yeah, come, let's do it together. So, we're going to put I'm going to stand like this. Should I stand like this so you can see me? Camera team, should I stand like this? Or how? It's fine, right?
If you could face the audience, that would be great.
Oh, okay. So maybe you guys can stand like that. Sons, come closer. Henry, do you want to put down the mic? Because we're going to do exercises now. Okay, so come stand here closer. Come closer, don't be shy. Don't be shy. You can be fine. Oh, you're not shy? Okay, right. So we're going to stand like this. Right?
And we're going to bend down and touch the floor. So go down and touch. Are you feeling the stretches? Henry, you need to open your legs a bit wider because you're so tall. Nice and tall, yeah. Come up. Go up. Go down. Henry, up. Shoot it up. Up to the universe, yeah.
Shoot it
Go
up,
down.
Henry.
And come up. And turn this way. You're going to turn to your side. And you're going to bend like this. Remember, it's all about balance. I love all my little yoga girls here. And you're going to go like this. Balance yourself. And go up and down again and balance. It's so nice and soothing when you're closing your eyes and you're just focusing. Imagine doing it when you're alone in a dark room and you've got candles burning. And go center again. Your knees shouldn't be on the floor. You should balance yourself with the energy of your knees. Sorry girls, the girls got heels on, so it's a bit awkward. Go down. Reach out. Open up that lungs, open up the heart. And come down. And up. Down. And come to the forearms again. Face forward. Face forward. I'm going to go down again. I always say we're going to collect positive energy. Open up your legs. We're going to collect positive energy. And we're going to throw out the negative energy. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Collect positive energy, positive vibes, good things. Throw away the bad things in life. Throw away the challenges. Throw away the frustrations. Throw away the negativity. One more time. Collect. And throw out.
Unfortunately, we've run out of time for today. But before our guests leave,
Thank you, guys.
I'm sure they would appreciate a little giveaway for their efforts on stage.
Yes, absolutely. So you can each choose a little oil. I've got different ones. I've got a immune boost, which is to help strengthen the immune system. I've got a muscle ease, tense, tight, stressed muscles. I've got a sleep well. Anybody suffering from insomnia, if you struggle to have 8 hours or 9 hours of sleep. And then I've got a breathe ease, which is the one we opened and used as a practice. So anybody that's asthmatic or has any like lung problems. And then I've got a detox and slimming for anybody that wants to lose weight. So you can choose one.
We also noticed, Miss Jade, a few very keen people in the audience that were doing the exercise very keenly. Perhaps we could choose one or two. Our producers were on the lookout.
Sure, I've got how many in total? I think I've got 6, right? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so if you, the stress release is really nice. And then the sleep well. So you can just apply it to all these areas, like your occipital areas, all your trigger points. You can just apply it. Your temples. I'll give you my details, then you can send me one. You're welcome.
A round of applause for our guests. We've also chosen 2 people we noticed with keenly exercising. They can just come to the front of the stage.
Absolutely.
Yes, just to the side of the stage there. And you can just hand over to any 2 you feel.
Sorry, you can choose. So I've got a detox and slim, got an immune boost, and then I've got a breathe ease. Yeah, you can do this one. Yes, that's a nice option. You're welcome. Thank you for
Ladies
coming.
and gentlemen, can we appreciate Miss Jade Philips for a masterclass? Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Like she said, she will be available after the class for some networking. Feel free to approach her. There's a lot more coming up in the Hive today. Currently, we have a demo session going on in the exhibition hall and over 120 exhibitors ranging over fashion, food and drink, wellness and beauty. Feel free to pop over as we need to empty the hall after this masterclass before the next fireside chat, you can pop over to the exhibition hall. There's food halls. There's over 50 different food exhibitors. So lots to eat, and lots to see, lots to shop. Thank you very much for coming to the Hive. It's buzzing. Just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, the next masterclass is at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. a fireside chat. Thank you.